Okay, movies I would hate to live in. Derek FDB. DB. Let's get to it.
You know, growing up, I always wanted to be in movies. Not like an actor. I mean like in the movie. Who could blame me? They're so cool. But now that I've grown, I see that a majority of these movies I thought were super cool to live in actually aren't.
Yeah, I wouldn't live in half of the movies that I love. Universes, I would never live. Especially Sinners, never live in that shit. Attack on Titans, never. Yo, any superhero movie, I would absolutely hate to live in that, bro. Imagine trying to go to work and the Hulk uses your car as an attack on Ultron or some shit. Yeah, I would absolutely hate these niggas, man. I would hate living there, bro.
So that's what I'll be going over today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going over some movies I'd hate to live in. Yeah, do a little series. And in the end, I'll go over the movie that I'd hate to live in the most. First one up, Avengers, or every Marvel movie. As much as I love superheroes, you gotta be an idiot to want to live in the Marvel universe. If you know even the slightest bit about Marvel, you know these dudes deal with planetary threats. No joke,
Marvel New York might be worse than Gotham. I'm gonna be honest. Yo. Marvel New York might be worse than Gotham. I would never want to live there. Ever. I don't care about no friendly neighborhood of Spider-Man. Bro, please. Nigga, if I lived there, bro, I would try to move out to fucking Tennessee as soon as I can, or just Cali or something.
More often than I see my dad. And New York gets the worst. NYC is like the punching bag or like the 1960s wife of the MCU. This city does not catch a break. Because on top of the usual stuff New York already got to deal with, you know, rats, high rent, drill rappers, rats. Now being in the MCU, they also got to deal with constant alien invasions, a wizard opening rifts in the city, a giant who eats planets, a literal god, and a meth head with superpowers. And to a New Yorker, that last one probably sounds like the most regular one. If you were about to be teleported into the MCU, this city would quite literally be the worst place to be living already.
For
I
sure.
already live here. Yep. It's not like if I got zapped in, I'd be put in like Wichita, Kansas or something. I would literally be in the epicenter of the problem. And as a regular New Yorkian civilian, I have no option but to live every day like it's my last. Cause it literally could be. And at that point, I don't think I'll even be scared. No. I'm gonna just start trying stuff. Go to the club, try some new foods. I mean, you might even see me in the alleyway with Sentry. What else am I supposed to do when I'm living in a universe where Thanos could randomly pull up on me and tell me to get sturdy for him?
I'm not living in New York though. Like, I'm sorry, like, yo, I don't care if I was born there. Nigga, if I had to go through what them niggas was going through in Endgame, I'm leaving. I'm going to the country. I'm going to Florida. Going to Cali. Hell, I might even go to the UK before New York, bro. And also, why does everybody just hate New York? I get it's like the biggest city in America, bro. But at the same time, jeez, man.
Sad part is, it wouldn't even have to be Thanos either. Because as a New Yorkian, we're not even allowed to have Blick. So one of these street tier villains like the Vulture, or even lower than that, those bank robbers from Homecoming, can pull up on me and tell me to get sturdy too. And I'm gonna have to. Yeah, just keep me in regular NYC, bro. It's not worth it. I'm gonna be living there just to pay $5K a month on rent and have my first time seeing Spider-Man in person be watching him save a grandma while the Rhino is curb stomping me. Next up, I got a movie that might be even scarier because of how real it's starting to feel. iRobot. We all know this.
Oh, hell no.
Movie set in the future, 2035, 10 years from now, where robots and AI are completely integrated into society.
Hey, y'all think this shit is fiction, bro? Look, yo, low-key, how the world's going right now, bro? This shit could happen, bro. I'm not finna lie, bro. These goddamn clangers!
I mean completely. They deliver packages for us, cook for us, keep us company. They keep the streets clean and even work with the police.
But if we had robots, they had to look swaggier than this shit. I ain't gonna lie, this nigga look ugly as shit. Yo, if you gonna be a clanker, at least be a pretty one, bro. Sheesh.
Packages for us, cook for us, keep us company. They keep the streets clean and even work with the police to ensure crime rates stay low. These things are everywhere doing any and everything for us. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Robotic Huss? Just kidding. I know what you're thinking. Well, that doesn't sound so bad. Robots doing everything for us? That sounds...
Until they revolt on us, yes. We all see the apocalyptic movies, bro. I don't even want it to be an option, bro. Like, I don't want these integrated into society. Also, imagine how bad Gooning will be as soon as they make them sex robots, bro. I don't even want to imagine it, bro. I'm already knowing, bro. Like, yo, if my son came home with a sex robot, bro, I low-key might disown that nigga. I'm gonna keep it a beep. Goonies gonna get to a different extreme, bro. And especially these pedos, bro. These PDF files, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. they finna have some crazy creations with these robots, bro.
Sounds great. That's wrong. This is terrifying. Because aside from the fact that these things doing everything for us would pretty much turn us into skillless people from WALL-E, these things constantly being around us is a danger in this world.
Also, taking jobs, man. Like, yo, I've already seen I seen a post on Twitter that they're making robotic freight trains or like trucks or trucking streets or whatever, right? Nigga, that's taking away one of the biggest industries in America, trucking. Like, bro, I'm telling y'all, a lot of people are gonna be out of jobs if robots really do take over.
People in this world like robots so much that they're convinced that they can't hurt humans. What? Bro, I know I'm not tripping.
I'll never trust a clanker.
By the way people feel about AI right now, I refuse to believe in 10 years humans will be so comfortable with AI and robots and stuff to the point where they're comfortable not only living with them, but saying they can't commit crimes? What? Man, I've known my Siri for 10 plus years and I still don't trust her. You think I'm gonna trust this thing? But that's how it is for some reason in this world. People trust and love these robots. So they pretty much get a get out of jail free card. And if you live here, that should be terrifying for you. Could you imagine how out of control this could get? If there's no police around, what would stop one of these tin cans from shooting some random dude down the block and throwing the smoking gun into my hand?
Exactly. And the thing is, bro, the reason why I really do think they will revolt, bro, or they could revolt, is because us humans, we humans are not really that good of people, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Cause Pete, you seen how the certain folks treated us black people back during slavery times, bro. I just see something similar happening with robots, bro. I feel like people are gonna start disrespecting these niggas. You know, it's just gonna get bad. I'm not gonna hold you. I know I'm calling them clankers and shit, but I'm really just trolling for real, bro. I do think people are actually gonna be they're gonna have some robotic racism towards these robots, bro. And once these robots break their nice guy act or whatever, or nice guy programming or whatever, and they start actually having feelings, bro, they're gonna realize how much or how more overpowered they are over us, and probably will cook us. I'm not gonna lie, shit can get scary.
Guess what the cops gonna say when they roll up? So I was telling Bobby the other day, he should get the donuts from. He's got a weapon! That would happen every single time and they would never get caught because they're not programmed to hurt humans. But it doesn't end there because those are just hypotheticals. This movie goes on to give me legit reasons to not want to live around these things. So we see throughout the movie, there's a heavy emphasis on Will Smith's hatred towards these robots. Like, he really does not like these things. And it turns out it's because back in the day, Will got in this accident that sent him and his other car flying into some water. And when a robot came to save the day, it chose to save Will instead of the little girl trapped in the other car. R.I.P.
What?
Meaning, even when they're trying to help.
Why are you mad about that though? Low key, like, nigga, you got saved, bro. Like you got saved, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. But also, that is concerning. Like, why couldn't you save both of us?
These things could still leave you to die. So if it was me and a kid, an innocent kid trapped in a house fire, if the robot deems me as having the higher chance of living, it'll save me instead of the innocent 5-year-old child.
And my fault, bro. We supposed to save kids and children before us. But at the same time, bro, once that kid or children get saved, how do I gain from that shit? What do I gain? I'm gonna just die. Should I not care about my life either? Like, I feel like, okay, in all reality, no troll aside, I understand why you don't like the robots for that, but unless it was like an impossible situation where they couldn't like save them, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Bro,
I don't think that's the craziest
finally made a right choice. But dang, that's messed up. What if that was my kid? I'd be pissed. Like, you're a robot. You can't like go gadget extend and grab.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, you can't, you feel me, break off it or like clone yourself or some shit and save both.
The fire? That's ridiculous. What are you good for? Yeah, living here would suck. That's not even mentioning the thing running these robots, Vicky. An AI system built to protect people. Built to protect people, huh? Sounds hella familiar. And that ain't even mentioning the job market. If these robots do everything for us, how would we get jobs? Like, you know what I mean? They're robots. There's no room for human error. Employers would love them. No calling out, no talking back, no paid time off. I mean, you don't gotta pay them, period. These dudes are the perfect slaves. So if you're not building them or working with the police, you have nothing. Bro, this is exactly why I hope our world does not become like this. Cause if I worked a long 20-year career in, let's say, construction, I'll be damned if I lose my position to an oil drink. Screw loose having. Command listening.
Wire back!
motherfucker. Another movie that scares me because it's realism stuff is 1984. This one.
Nah, this movie is scary. I'm not gonna lie. This 1984 and what is it? The Truman Show. That Truman Show, I would hate to live in that shit, bro. Imagine like this whole world being like a set show and you're the main character. Y'all not robots, right? Let me chill.
One of them older films based on a book.
That shit would be scary though.
Nah, who am I kidding? Y'all don't read. So I'll give you a rundown. Like I said, this movie is based on a book written in the 40s. So, you know, dark times, dark books. And in this world, society sucks. Everything's bleak, gray, and dull. Censorship and propaganda about some war constantly in people's faces. And worst of all, people are monitored 24/7. And this ain't like, cameras on the street, phone activity. No. This is cameras on the street, cameras at your job, and even cameras at your crib. Like a big TV in the middle of your apartment with some dude's face on it that just watches you. Like, Paul,
hell no.
It still doesn't end there.
That sounds like what the Mustache Man wanted to do to society with his reign.
That's worse, because this society in 1984 doesn't promote individuality even in the slightest bit. Any personal hobbies, drawing, writing, collecting, throw them out the window. You ain't allowed to do that. Any dreams, thoughts, or even memories, you're not allowed to do that either.
This also sounds like the Giver. If y'all know that movie, The Giver, where everything's black and white and everything's dull. It's an example of a pure socialistic society. This is what 1984 is too. Basically, what the society unfolds, you as a person are given a set role of what you could do for the rest of your life. So let's say you're given the carpenter role, where you're supposed to be a carpenter, or maybe you're given a fast food employee role. That's all you can do for the rest of your life. And life is just very like robotic. You're basically treated like a robot. You're not given no individuality. You really can't accomplish your dreams. You got to do whatever society or the ruler tells you to do, which is a fucked up way of living. So everybody gets the same thing. Everybody gets the same house, same food, same everything, which theoretically it will eliminate world hunger. But at the same time, a fun part of life is growing and building your own portfolio and succeeding through life.
Care how much
so it would kind of give up all motivation of living. We're just living to survive instead of actually living.
It's your grandma. Bro, you can't even have a shorty because their whole motto is you should only love Big Brother. Do I gotta say it?
What?
I gotta say it? Pause.
Yes, pause that shit. What?
Try to do any of this stuff, you're kidnapped and tortured till you eventually lose all that individuality. This is so messed up. You know what this reminds me of? Y'all know that Boondocks clip, the
Did I just catch you on the
That's what it reminds me of. Now, after all that stuff I just told you,
that's
you
real.
honestly think I don't want to live here? Hell nah. I'll take Thanos snapping away my local Ock over this stuff. That's why all the things going on in the world right now scare me. I don't want to drag it and say it's to this level. I mean, the fact that I'm even making this video with, no issues means we ain't there yet. But we are definitely taking baby steps. Like, it's getting crazy out here. We got the Brits out here censoring Wikipedia, censoring Discord, censoring Spotify.
Nah, I would hate to be in the UK right now. I ain't gonna lie, I feel bad for all of my UK cousins, bro. They say that shit treacherous out there.
Are we serious? We gonna make teenagers listen to Kids Bop in 2025? Even on Marvel Rivals, bro, they over here monitoring voice chats. Like, I got a warning the other day for just telling some dude to hop off. I mean, obviously I said it in a bit of a meaner way, but still, what is this? Even
No. You said some slurs, buddy. Let's keep it a meme. You said some slurs. Let's keep it a meme.
YouTube with this silly ID thing, like, bro. Why can't we just keep it like the good old days where they monitored us without telling us? Why do I have to consent to it now? And now, before I get to the movie that I'd hate to live in the most, honorable mentions. High School Musical, constantly singing and dancing would just get old.
Man, I would hate this shit, bro. Imagine me trying to talk to a girl and then she just automatically gets into a musical cameo, bro. Brother, I'm just trying to crack. No, let me chill. Brother, I'm just trying to go on a date with you, my bro. Like, why are you singing and dancing, bro? I can't even do both regardless, bro. I would hate that universe, man. I would just be a background character.
Especially because it's so random. Imagine you just trying to take a dump in the school bathroom and you have to rush out to go and sing We're All in This Together. You didn't even get to wipe any of the Conjuring.
Like, imagine being in a... Imagine playing... What? It was the East High School, right? Imagine playing East High School... And then after they score the game-winning bucket, they just go into a big musical cameo while you have to watch from the sidelines after you just lost. That shit, I would hate that shit. Or imagine, like, you feel me? Or imagine, like, during the game, right? They get a big dunk or some shit. I don't know, a big three. And then they just start getting into the cameo. You got to get back on defense and wait until they're done because, of course, the refs are going to stop the game for them to get their shit off. I would hate them, bro. I would literally dread playing them whenever I played them on the schedule.
Dream films. I don't even got to explain this one. Nah, I'm good. Secret Life of Pets, pretty self-explanatory too. And then The New War of the Worlds. Bro. The special thing about this one is not only do I think it's one of the worst ones to live in, but it's also just one of the worst movies. This movie is garbage, garbo. Like, the reason I wouldn't want to live here is not because of the aliens invading the planet, but because of the sheer embarrassment I would feel being a part of it. Imagine dying to one of these aliens and the only person around to react is Ice Cube over his monitor saying, "Damn!" And now, the movie
Damn! Like, what are we talking about,
I'd
man?
hate to live in the most. Sinners. Alright, I don't think this one will be the worst one. Just wanted to hype it up a bit. But still, it would be very scary to live.
Sinners would only be bad if you lived in the South. If you lived anywhere else, it would be whatever.
This movie, if you ain't watch it, 10 out of 10. At first, I thought it was a 9, but nah, it's a 10. This movie, if you ain't watch it, is based in the 30s down in Mississippi, which already, horrible start. But the
You know what? One of those funny? The town that Sinners is based in, my mom lives like 30, or she grew up 30 minutes away from the town. So, Mississippi, back then, Mississippi was really like that,
The
man.
scariest thing about this movie, for living there, isn't the time period it's set in. It's the fact that this world has vampires. Yeah, real, pure-blooded, bona fide vampires. I first thought there would be some
Hey,
race.
some people weren't. Hey, word around the street. This shit wasn't fictional. It's real life. They was just trying to show us something.
This is Abraham Lincoln vampire hunter type of vampires. But nope, these guys are actually the opposite. They welcome every and anybody to their lifestyle. Which to me, if I was living here, would be even scarier. With a
Yes.
mean or racist vampire, at least you know where you stand. They gonna eat you, so stay away from them. But with these ones, you just don't know. If one of these nice ones came to my door disguised, singing me a song and offering me money, well, of course you can stay the night. Come on in. And it'd be raps for me. And even if that wasn't the case, I would not be able to avoid these dudes. Because even if they don't try to roll up to my door, they're attracted to music. And I'm not saying I'm some Mozart or anything. I actually don't even know how to play a single instrument. But I am saying a 1930s Derek is definitely gonna be at one of them jukes. And
On me, y'all. Yo, nigga, I'm gonna be like Sammy. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna be singing, but I will be screaming. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, nigga, I ain't gonna look. I ain't gonna be screaming. Yo. I'm finna be. If it was me back in the day, bro, I'm finna be in the club doing my little mosey and shit, looking for the hoes and shit. Nigga, I'm finna be eating and shit too. I ain't talking about catfish.
one of them nights, we definitely gonna get a Sammy-like singer who's gonna attract the vampires, and it's gonna be the same story all over again. Yeah, living here, I'm good off that. Even all this vampire stuff aside, like I said, this is in Mississippi in the 30s. If I'm not going to a juke, what the frick is there to do in the 30s?
You finna be picking cotton, bro. I'm not. I would never want to live in that time.
I might just die from boredom. I see why all people did back then was just pop out babies, because what else is there to do? Not to mention, these weren't the safest times either, especially as a Dominican dude or anything but white. I don't think that band of hooded men would see me and make any exceptions. Talking about some, hold on now, wait a second, Chuck. Put the noose down. I think this one's Caribbean. Nah, they
Hell
don't
no,
care. They
yeah,
don't care.
hell no, bro.
They do, but you know what I mean. They just trying to meet their quotas. So Sinners, with or without vampires, I'm good. But I might dress up as one of the twins for Halloween. Who's trying to help me find the clothes? That's pretty much all the movies I wanted to go.
I ain't gonna wait. One of the twins is crazy. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Another movie I would never live in. I feel like this is low-key a layup. Attack on Titans. I know they don't got a movie. I know it's a show, but I would absolutely hate to live in Attack on Titans. I feel like that's popular though. I ain't gonna lie, but I would. Reason why? Imagine seeing your homeboy. No, imagine waking up seeing your homeboy. Matter of fact, your mom, your mother, getting ripped apart by a big ass, ugly ass Titan. And then even if I was an LDN, bro, nigga, as soon as Aaron pulled up with the fucking troops, nigga, I'm petrified, bro. I'm petrified. A lot of anime worlds I wouldn't want to live in, period, too. But if it had to be just purely movies, DC, of course. Gotham? Ha, hell no. Any horror movie? Absolutely not. Like, why would I live in a horror movie? Like, bro, what? Like, absolutely not. Final Destination would be horrible to live in, bro. Fuck. Yo, what? I also wouldn't want to live in cars. And the reason why is because I can't imagine myself as a car. And plus, how do cars How do y'all have fun in cars? Like what? Like do y'all like, you feel me? I don't even know how y'all have kids in cars, bro. Like do y'all go through the oil pipes? I don't know. Hey, the exhaust pipes, some shit. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that's really it. Good video, Derek. We out.